Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Prema, and we'll get started. So today, let's begin by sitting either on a blanket or a block. Place it in between your shins so that your tops of your feet are pressing into the earth, opening up ankles. And then once you have that position, you can take your hands and just pull the skin of the knees up and back, smoothing the muscles, the thighs towards you. That'll help relieve any tension in the knees and feel rooted in the sit bones. So let's open up our hands and our hearts and bring our hands in front in Anjali Mudra, and we'll open with one Om. So let's take a deep breath in. Slightly bow your head towards your heart, entering deeper inside. Set an intention for your class this evening, one that uplifts you, supports you, and staying connected to your peace, to your joy. And we can open up our eyes. So today I am thinking about spring, birth. Today is the day of my first child's birthday. I have 5 angels, and today was the first one. And that was an amazing, life-changing, heart-opening experience. So I've been feeling that today. And he's 26. So I know parents can feel that and experience that and connect to that. And there's many things that we can give birth and create in this life. So just honoring the things, the lives, the projects, the homes that we've created in our lives, that we poured our hearts into. Let's just open up your hearts, and let's place our right hand and left hand over our heart. Just acknowledging all of the things we have given birth to. You know, you can be a man or a woman to give birth to your business, to your raising your children, so many things that we pour our love into. So acknowledging that. And then think of someone in particular that you want to send your love to. And I'm thinking of, and of course sending mine to my first angel and honoring him. So it might be someone that, and my son lives on the other side of the world. And I believe that our intention, in yoga we call it sankalpa. Our intention moves beyond time and space. It's that power of love. So hold someone deep inside. Pick someone in particular. Honoring them, sending your love to them. Maybe it's someone that needs it at this time, or someone you want to celebrate. It's a wonderful practice sometimes to dedicate your yoga practice to someone or something. It's amazing how it can affect others. All right, opening up our eyes. So let's take our hands up overhead, and we're going to do some Samavriti breath work. We're going to reach up to the sky, interlace fingers, opening up. We're just going to begin to open up our side body here and in between the ribs, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, gently gaze up. Exhale, round forward, push the hands forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, come up. And let's take our hands behind our head and let's open up the elbows with a deep breath in. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, press the back of the head into the hands. Have a little resistance with the hands. It helps to strengthen the neck. And exhale, round forward, chin to chest, opening up the back of the neck. One more time. Inhale, press the head into the hands. Exhale, round forward. Beautiful. Release, shaking out shoulders and hands. So let's take the right hand over to the right side, lift up and stretch over to the opposite side. Keep the hips rooted as you lengthen and stretch. Now breathe into your whole left side ribs. Inhale with an expansion in the ribs. Exhale, pull the navel in and maybe lengthen a little more over to the side. And let's come up. Inhale, reach up. And exhale over to the left side. Take a deep breath in, expand in the ribs and the whole right side of the body. And exhale, move a little deeper into the stretch, reaching. And let's come back. So we've opened up a little bit in the shoulders and the side body, relaxing the neck. And in the jaw, we're going to do a little bit of breath work. So let's bring the hands up overhead. Deep inhale. Exhale, palms to the earth. Blow it out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Deep inhale through the nose, fill the lower belly. Exhale long, blow it out through your mouth. One more time. Inhale, deep breath in. Fill deeply. Exhale long, blow it out. Beautiful. Take your hands to your thighs. So gently draw your weight back so you feel heavy in your hips, drawing your lower ribs back a little bit. And inhale, lengthening up to the crown of the head. So we're going to inhale for 5, and we're going to exhale for 5. And you can close your eyes and follow my breath. Or if you want to look softly, gaze over the tip of your nose, you can gaze towards the floor over the tip of your nose. And we're going to do an even breath in and an even breath out. We've practiced this many times, but we're going to bring a little more awareness and focus to the breath because the breath is so powerful. It's what gives us life. The moment you're born, you breathe in and you're alive. So honoring this life force within us, we're going to pay special attention. And as we breathe in, it's like an ujjayi breath, so you can hear it like the ocean through the nose, and exhale also through the nose. But we're not toning the lower belly. The ujjayi breath, we inhale and exhale through the nose, and we have that toning in the back of the throat, but there's also a toning in the lower belly. So here we're just going to have the toning in the throat. And this is very good for helping to calm mind and calm the nervous system. So let's begin. Inhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's inhale, naturally exhale, softening, coming to more of a natural flow. And just noticing the freedom of the breath. And now we're going to focus on Ujjayi breath. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale long. And with the Ujjayi breath, the lower belly is more toned. So before we start, I want you to take your chin to your chest and notice on your exhale the lower belly come in. Have your hand on the lower belly as you exhale. Inhale, lift the chin. So as you bring your chin to your chest again. Now gently draw the tailbone down and in. How we scoop the tailbone with the chin to the chest. That automatically creates a little bit of toning in the lower belly. So now we're going to keep that dip. We're going to curl the tailbone down, and we're going to keep the chin to the chest. So we create that toning in the lower belly. And then we're going to add Ujjayi breath. And we'll just take this a step at a time. So we're going to begin with our inhale. And then the exhale long. And keep your chin to your chest. And it's a gentle chin to the chest. It's not a very strong muscular chin to chest. It's a gentle one. So keeping your right hand on the belly, bringing awareness to the breath with the inhale. And then try to make your exhale longer with the Ujjayi. Inhaling. Making that ocean sound with the toning of the throat. Exhaling long. Continue in your own rhythm, and I'll let you know when to come to a natural breath. And if you like, you can repeat something to yourself with the inhale and the exhale. You can either count, or maybe you want to say so on the inhale, hum on the exhale, the mantra, I am that. So we'll continue with a couple more rounds. Finishing with your last round on the exhale. And after your last exhale, come to a natural breath, lifting the chin. And keep the eyes closed here for a moment and just notice how you feel. You feel a little lighter in the body, a little lighter in the mind. It's also an energizing breath. Okay, so we're going to come onto all fours. And as we move into cat and cow, let's continue with our awareness with the breath. So dropping belly with an inhale. And an exhale, pulling navel in. And see if you can breathe in and through the nose. And exhale through the nose if you drop the belly. And trying to keep the breath as smooth as possible. As you move with the breath and the body. Trying to keep the inhale and the exhale about the same length. And about the same smoothness and evenness. And that's the Samavriti breath. And that helps, it evens out the mind and it evens out the energy. A couple more rounds. So on the next exhale, I want you to bring your hips back to the heels and walk fingertips forward, lengthening through your spine, lifting the chin. Let the sit bones feel rooted on the heels. Inhale, expand in the back body. And exhale, soften to the earth, forehead to the earth. Maybe you bring your hands under the forehead or the hands to the side, whatever feels best for you. And stay here for a couple of breaths, keeping the awareness inside. Noticing the inhaling come in, expanding in the space behind the heart. And the exhale, softening the mind, softening the body to the earth. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, softening. So the next breath, let's bring your hands to the mat and let's lift up. And let's walk to all fours and we'll come to our first downward facing dog. So knees are a little back behind the hips, hands just a little bit in front of the shoulders. So we take a little longer stance here. Inhale, come up, high in the toes, bend the knees. So lift the shoulders by the ears. Inhale, breathe into the back body. Exhale, lengthening through the spine. But keep the fullness in the upper back. Keep the fullness in the back body. Don't collapse in the shoulders and in the ribs here. And breathe. So straightening the legs, and you're still on your toes. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Let's bring the heels over to the right side. And come back up on the toes. Bring the heels over to the left side. Coming back. Now let's walk the dog, walking the heels one at a time, dropping to the earth. And let's take the right foot and then the left foot walking forward towards the hands. Feet are hip width apart. Take your hands to your shins here. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, straightening the legs. Exhaling, bowing forward. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bowing forward. So we're going to grab our elbows here. You can bend your knees if you like, holding the elbows. Let's just gently rock from one side to the other. And if you want to make a little wider swing, bring your elbows a little further to one side than the other, then do that if that feels good. And keeping the awareness with the breath as you move. Coming back to center. Let's take hands to the hips, bend the knees. Bring shoulders up and back. Press feet into the earth, and we're going to rise up. Coming to center of the mat. Inhale, arms up overhead. Let's take the left hand to the right hand. Let's stretch over to the left. Keep feet rooted as we stretch. And then take chin to the chest and move a little deeper. It's like a little twist. It brings the stretch deeper into the lower back. Inhale, rise up. Right hand to the left. Lengthen over to the right. And let's take a little twist into the side, lowering the stretch into the back. And let's come back up. Wonderful. So let's take the right hand over, cross it over the body, left hand, just hug this whole arm into the body. Now keep the bottom legs active. Just don't go, spaghetti legs here. Feet pressing into the earth, firming the legs, hug the arm, and then gently gaze over to the right. And now we'll do the opposite arm, extend it out and hug. Take the right hand and pull the whole arm towards the chest here and just gently gaze over to the left. Wonderful. And come back. I'm going to take a wide stance. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, let's bow forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Take the left hand to the earth and twist and gaze upwards towards the sky with the right hand reaching towards the sky. And let's do the other side. Right hand press into the earth and twist and stretch open to the left. Fingertips to the sky. Beautiful. Come back to the earth. You're going to walk your hands towards the front of your mat. Pivot on the back toes. We're coming into a lunge here. This back thigh is nice and firm. Root the left hand into the earth and then open up and twist towards the sky. Drop the back knee. Take your hand and press it into your, for me it's my right knee. You might have the opposite. Pressing the right hand into my right knee. Walk the left hand over, and it's a big stretch here. Lengthen through the spine. Gently draw the ears back. But you keep the chin kind of level, so it's better for your neck. Good. Walk back to the top of your mat. Take your right foot back. And let's come down to the knees. And let's come to a puppy. For a breath. Inhale, come to cobra. Exhale, come to all fours in a downward facing dog. Take the left foot forward in between the hands. So you're on your back toes. Right hand roots into the earth and twist and open up, gazing to the sky. So drop the back knee. Left foot can walk the toes out a little bit and press the left hand into the left thigh and then lift the heart and gently drawing the ears back. So just gazing upwards softly. So it feels good as you open in the heart, but also gentle in the neck. And let's come back. Take the left leg back, meet in plank, or come to your knees, whichever is best for you, and we'll lower down. Take the hands behind, stretch back. We'll come into a Shalabhasana. Lengthen up through the torso, and now lift the legs. So first we'll focus on our lengthening, gently tucking the tailbone, lifting the heart from the pelvis out through the feet and up through the heart, through the crown of the head. Hands underneath cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and take the right foot in between the hands. Back foot comes to the earth. We're going to come into a Paravokonasana side angle posture. So you can have your block to the edge of your right foot and bring that in. If you don't have a block, and if the earth isn't available for you, you can take your hand to your thigh if that's easier. I'm going to have my hand on a block. Roll top shoulder up and back. Bring this bottom sit bone down and in, gently tucking the tailbone. And now let's take a deep breath in. Top fingers reach to the sky, and the arm bone comes up by the left ear. Back foot presses into the earth, and then from the heart out through the top of the fingertips and breathe. Expand into the posture. Top hand to the top hip. So you can have your hand pressing into this block as you stretch the front leg open the best you can. If you need, maybe you need to come onto a higher possibility. So the front leg hug muscle, firm the legs, strong feet press into the earth. And let's take the top arm up again, just like in Parvo Konasana. Top arm stretches up, the hand is reaching, and we're going to stretch the left arm up and over, just like we did in Parvo Konasana. A different variation in Trikonasana here. And now lift the heart gaze up towards the sky. Beautiful. Gaze down at the earth, left hand to your left hip. So you're going to take the block with you as we bring the left foot in, and we're going to move into an Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. So you can have your hand on the block, lift the back leg, gaze down at the floor for balance. And then once you have that steadiness, you can extend the top arm up. Firm bottom leg here. Beautiful, everyone. So at the best place for yourself, top hand to the top hip. Let's try to come out with as much control as possible, and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Block to the side, downward facing dog. And let's come down to our knees and come down to the earth. Take a breath here. Extend the arms out in front of us. Press the edges of the hands into the earth and lift torso with an inhale. Lengthening up. Now lift the hands and the legs. I call this Superman, Superwoman. Shalabhasana is just one of the best postures to strengthen your spine. Hands to the side body here. We'll come into a cobra. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, let's come to a puppy posture. And breathe. Come to all fours. Downward facing dog. Left foot in between the hands. Drop the back heel. We'll take your block on the outside of your left foot now. Root this left sit bone down and in, scooping the tailbone under. Extend the top arm up and over for Parvo Konasana. Now bring the energy into the back leg. Press the back foot into the earth. And draw the energy up through the feet, through the pelvis, from the heart out into every direction. Think of the person that you dedicated your class to. Send your love out to them just by thinking of them. Know that they'll feel it. Top hand to your top hip. We're going to open up to Trikonasana. Press the mound of the big toe into the earth, straightening the front leg. And then lifting the heart, top shoulder to the sky. And we're going to extend that arm up and over just like we did in Parvo Konasana. Have the arm bone grazing your right cheek as you gently gaze up. Now strong legs press into the earth. Now take the top hand to your top hip. We'll come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. So you're going to bring the back foot in. If you want your block, bring it with you. And place your hand on the block and lift the back leg. Find your steadiness. Use your breath. This is where the even breath samavriti can be very useful to find your steadiness and balance. And once you have that, you can extend the top arm up. And let's bring the foot and the hands down, and your foot and your hands down, and let's meet at a forward bow at the front of your mat. Or if you're at the back or middle of your mat, wherever you're at. Hands to your hips, bend the knees and rise up. Beautiful. Let's come standing. So we're going to take a blanket. We're going to roll up our blanket. This is my blanket roll. We're gonna use it for our feet. You're gonna bring your heels to your roll, and then we're gonna squat. And it's really great to use the roll so we can bring more weight into our heels and back body. I know many of us can do the squat without it, but this helps. And it just helps to create more freedom in the spine too. So once you have your heels on your blanket, let's bring elbows inside of the thighs. So first we're going to round forward, drawing chin to the chest, and let your hips and heels be heavy on your roll. Rounding forward here, just bring your awareness to your breath. Practice your sama vritti breath. Sama means same, vritti means even. So same and even. Try to make the flow of the breath, the pressure of the breath, nice and even, listening to the sound like ocean waves coming in and out. And as you have your chin, and it's not strongly pressing into the chest, it's a nice gentle tuck. And as the tailbone and the heels are heavy on the earth, we're creating this gentle toning of the lower belly. Also, there is a toning in the throat. So this helps to bring us a little deeper inside with the breath, creating a natural Jalandhara, a gentle Jalandhara bandha with the throat, a throat lock, and also as you press your knees into your elbows and tuck tailbone slightly, we're creating a gentle Muladhara bandha, activating the pelvic floor. But more the focus is on the throat lock here, the Jalandhara bandha. And this helps to energize, open up throat chakra, which also helps expression of your heart. And let's lift the head. You might feel some warmth come up through the throat, possibly. So you're going to bring your hands to the floor and bow forward. Walk your hands as much, try to keep weight in hips and heels. Walking fingertips forward just a little bit more. Now press your hands into the floor as if you're pushing away. Chin into the chest, and now root your sit bones and your heels into the earth. So nice stretch and through the backside. Now walk your hands, your right hand over to the right side. And then try to bring your whole right elbow inside your right knee here. And let's see if you can wrap that arm around. And then this is where you could use use your strap. So you take your right arm around and then left hand with the strap, and you can grab the right hand and the left hand on the strap here. And left shoulder up and back, and we can gaze off to the left. And release. Bow forward. And we'll do the other side. So work this left shoulder inside the left knee here. And take the strap. I should have warned you about the strap before I got you into this bind. So let's take the right shoulder up and around. So I'm just going to hang the strap over my left hand, reach the strap. And then use the strap to draw your right shoulder up and back, gazing over to the right. And let's release the strap over to the side and then come sitting on your block or your blanket here. You may need to open it up a little bit. And extend the right leg out and the left leg out. So you can adjust your blanket so that you can sit on it, so you lift up the sit bones. So let's move the whole right thigh and buttocks all out to the right, and then do the same with the left, little inner spiral. Take the hands and press the thighs into the earth, and inhale, lengthen up through the spine, through the crown of the head. Take a couple of deep inhales. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, rooting into the earth, grounding into the earth. Wonderful. Keep your hands pressing on the thighs. Now we're going to hinge from the hips. We're not trying to round forward to the floor here. We're hinging forward with the heart. And keep your hands rooted on your thighs. And let your jaw and your neck be soft, leading from the heart. Now heels are pressing into the earth. The feet are active, pulling toes towards you. Deep inhale to the back body. Exhale, softening even more. And keep a firm rootedness on top of the thighs. Wonderful. Come back up. So you can use your hands, the inside of the thighs, to bring them in. Come into Baddha Konasana. Bring feet together. Take your hands behind. Roll right shoulder, left shoulder. Lift hips, roll them towards your feet here. We're going to keep the hands behind us as we press feet into each other. And then the energy moves from the core of the pelvis out through the knees. Take a couple of breaths here. Evenness of breath. And you can use, some people like to count. You can count in for 5, or maybe it's 6. And then exhale for 6. I like to use the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. I inhale for Om Namah Shivaya. And I exhale Om Namah Shivaya. It's a beautiful way to bring the awareness of the breath and to bring it in with the mantra, which is also very powerful. And at the same time helps to harmonize the energy in the body. It's a wonderful practice you can do at any time. So let's now open up the legs again. We're going to open up the right leg. I'm going to come off my blanket now and take the left foot into the right leg for Janu Shirshasana here. So you can take the strap around the right foot, left hand to the strap, right hand to the side, and inhale, lengthen, pull the torso towards the right leg and lengthen forward. Inhale, lengthening. And the exhale, you can begin to soften in the torso. And now take your right hand and root your thigh into the earth like we did earlier. Root it into the earth. You're going to keep the hand on top of the right thigh, rooting it. Inhale, lengthening, exhaling, softening and rooting. Maybe your left hand comes to the outside of your right foot. Moving with the breath. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, softening and rooting into the earth. Maybe you bring your head to your knee. Wherever you're at, you're perfect. And breathe. Another deep inhale, long exhale. And rise up. Let's take the opposite leg. Right foot in, left leg out. Right foot to the left leg. Let's do an inner spiral here. Pull the buttocks out. Take the strap around the foot. Use your right hand on the strap here. Left hand. So I like to use the left hand. I like to think about it like a rudder. It helps to align yourself over the left leg. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, coming forward. And again, pulling forward with the heart. Now take your left hand, we're going to root the left thigh into the earth here. And notice what happens when you root the thigh into the earth. Do you gain a little more freedom in the lower back? Inhale, lengthening, exhaling, and softening into your posture. Inhale, lengthening. Maybe your right hand grabs the outside of the left foot. And softening, and then you can begin to round forward. Maybe you come head to knee. And wherever you're at, let's take 2 deep breaths here. Noticing the smoothness and the evenness of the inhale and the exhale. And let's come back. Extend both legs out. Take fingertips behind, roll shoulders up and back, lift hips, point toes. And we'll release down to the mat. Knees are bent. We're going to come into some bridge postures. So our heels are by, if you can bring them by your hips, about hip width apart here. Elbows press into the earth. And let's do a cow posture with our upper back, lifting in the chest with an inhale. And the next breath, press elbows into the earth and lift the hips here. And now let's take the right arm under and the left arm under and clasp the hands behind. And we're going to lift in the chest, press the back of the head into the earth, press feet into the earth, draw the tailbone. You're scooping the tailbone down and in. Now keeping the fullness in the chest and the back of the head, pressing into the mat. On the next exhale, just soften the hips to your hands here. But keep the fullness in the chest because we're going to come back up again. Inhale, lifting up the hips, scooping the tailbone, pressing feet into the earth. Exhale, softening the hips to your hands. Inhale, lifting, scooping tailbone. And exhale, release the hips to the earth. Inhale, extend the arms up overhead. Deep inhale, long exhale, feel the ribs soften to the earth. And then you're going to take the knees, let them fall over like windshield wipers over to the right side. And if you like, you could take the right foot on top of the left thigh for a little deeper opening. And then you're going to take the right hand to the left wrist and pull the left wrist over to the right, making a nice big moon-shaped stretch on your whole left side. Always feel like a crescent moon in this posture. Deep inhale, long exhale. Let's come back. So let's let the knees fall over to the opposite side. Left heel on top of the right thigh. Right hand takes the left wrist and stretch over to the opposite side now. Breathe into the whole left side ribs. Breathe into the hips. Take the breath all the way down, deep into the belly, deep into the hips, into the lower back. Exhaling, softening, letting go of any tension you're holding on to. And let's come back. So let's bring both knees in towards the chest. take your hands to the top of the knees. I'm going to do some circles in one direction. And let's do some circles in the opposite direction. Hug them towards you. Extend the right leg to the sky. Hands behind the thighs. Stretch the heel up. Open the leg up towards the right. You can have your hand on the thigh here. Let the left knee fall open to the left. You can even take your left hand to the inside of the left thigh. And as you pull the right thigh away, opening, and come back. Let's see the other side. Extend left leg up to the sky, hands behind the thigh. Press thigh into the hands. Stretch the heel to the sky. Now you're going to open up the leg to the left. The left hand will support it. And let your right hand open up the right thigh away from you, creating a nice opening. Left leg is active. Flex the toes. And come back. Going to take the right heel to the left knee and draw the left knee in. You can either clasp behind the thigh or clasp the knee for a Sukhi-Anjasana, and breathe here. Moving with the breath. This is a very deep opening for the piriformis, helping to open and release in the sciatic nerve. Inhale, left knee coming in. Exhaling, softening the opposite knee away from you. Just notice how moving with the breath. Inhale is more of a contraction coming in, and exhaling, releasing the breath, releasing the body, and softening. Inhale, coming in. Exhaling, softening and opening. So we're going to take the left foot to the mat. We're going to take our whole right foot, take the bottom of the foot, place it in the crook of the left elbow, and the right arm around the right knee. So cradling the leg here, pulling the shin in towards us. And if possible, you can extend the left leg out. And take a deep breath in, drawing the shin in, exhaling, softening. And bring the left foot to the earth, release the right leg, and we'll do the opposite. Let's take the left foot first to the top of the thigh. Draw the right knee in. Moving with the breath, bringing awareness to the breath. Focusing on the space in the back body, the space behind the heart. Exhaling, softening the left knee away from you. Inhale, gently drawing the right knee towards you. The knee that you have your hands wrapped around. For me, it's my right side. Inhale, gently drawing that in. Exhaling the opposite knee away. We just did a detox at our cafe, and I'll go in at 8 in the morning and sometimes leave at 8 at night. A lot of standing on a cement floor for the past couple weeks, and I can feel it, my hips and legs and back. Love this and hate this at the same time. So let's release the right leg, and we're going to take the opposite foot. We're going to take the foot inside the right elbow and the other knee and hug it towards us. And extend the opposite leg if you like. It's always amazing to me how the body, it can open up, it can also tighten up so quickly. So that's why yoga is a practice. It's not something that eventually we get to the mountaintop and say, we're here, I've done it. It's a day-to-day practice to take care of the body, to soften the edges of the heart, to calm the mind. Just connecting with yourself. And let's release. Extend legs, extend arms. Stretch out. Bring the hands overhead. Interlace the fingers. Release pointer fingers and hug the arms towards the ears and hug the legs. Firm the legs. Firm everything up. Inhale, exhale, release. And we're going to finish with a abdominal core strengthener. So you're going to take the left hand right to your lower ribs and just connect to the muscles there. And now flex the toes, flex the feet. The legs are about hip width apart. And take the right hand behind the head. So keeping the legs firm, you're going to inhale, roll the chin towards the chest, feel that firming in the abdominal muscles with an inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, we're going to move a little more with the breath this time as we move. So we're going to inhale here, deep inhale, fill the lower belly. Now exhale, we're going to bring chin to the chest, pull the navel in for a long exhale. Release all of the air completely. Inhale, come back. Full breath in. Exhale, completely exhale. Pull the chin to the chest. Inhale, head to the earth. Full inhale. Exhale, completely chin to the chest. Keep the legs active, toes flexed. Head to the earth with an inhale. Exhale, chin to the chest. Completely. And come back. Switch hands. Right hand to the lower ribs. You can feel your abdominals here. Hand to the back of the head. So we're going to take an inhale. Exhale. Completely chin to the chest. Flex the legs and the feet. Inhale, come back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, come back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, come back. Exhale, chin to chest. One last one. Come back. And then exhale, chin to chest. Hug muscle to bone in the legs. And release. And just let's shake the legs back and forth a little bit. Right to left. Just let the feet feel soft and floppy. And then let the legs and feet fall open and heavy. Shoulders roll up and back. Chest is open. Hands are open. Heart is open. Bringing awareness to the breath. And focus on the evenness of your breath coming in and out. Listening to it. The sound of the ocean. Bringing in the rejuvenating life force of prana, oxygen. Exhaling, softening, releasing, surrendering the whole weight of your body to the grace of the earth, the support of the earth. We'll stay here for another minute or two. The next breath, bring your awareness back to the body. Inhale, expanding. Exhaling, softening. The next inhale, bring hands overhead and stretch fingers to toes, bending your knees. Rolling over one side, we'll meet in a seated posture where we'll sit for just a couple of minutes in that beautiful space of stillness that we've been cultivating through our practice today. So once you're seated, to feel more rooted on the earth, let's pull the skin of the buttocks back. Take the hands and press on top of the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, press into the thighs and root into the earth. Keep the rootedness as you inhale and lengthen to the crown of the head all the way to the sky. Feel the expansion in the heart space and in the shoulders. Shoulders roll softly back. Place hands lightly on your thighs or in your lap. Keeping that awareness of the breath, the beautiful vital force that gives us life and takes away life. Inhaling, expanding in the back body behind the heart. Exhaling, softening the skin of the body. Inhaling, rooting into the earth and lengthening to the crown of the head. Exhaling, diving deeper inside into the heart space. And that stillness behind the heart, waiting for you to take your seat and just be. Just be in that love that is always waiting for you. Just for a moment, we'll stay here for another minute. The next breath, bringing yourself back to the surface. And open up our hands and our hearts, bringing our hands in front in Anjali Mudra. remembering our loved one that we dedicated our class to. Through your sankalpa, through your intention, know that it goes beyond time and space, sending your love, placing them in your heart. And we'll close with one Om. Take a deep breath in. From my heart to yours, namaste.